Well, hey everybody, welcome back. I am so excited about this sketch. So what it was from the virtual crop number 3, the November one, and I am going to make it exactly like the example that was shown because I absolutely love it. It is with the new Flurry of Fun collection. So cute. If you have not gotten this, I would jump on it because a lot of the embellishments have sold through. I believe the sledding embellishment and the snow fun. Let's see, there's 4 different embellishments packets with it. There's the ice fishing. That's hot. That means that it is selling faster than expected. And the snowmobile embellishments, that one is also hot. But sledding and snowstorm have already sold through. They sold rather quickly. Especially here in Minnesota, you know, Creative Memories is based in Minnesota. Not far from me, only about an hour from me. And so as much as we have a love-hate relationship with winter, I've lived here all my life. And every winter I'm like, I am moving. I'm so tired of this snow. But I'm still here. My family's here. And I do love Minnesota. It's a beautiful place to live. So for this sketch, we're going to need the Flurry of Fun paper pack, and I'll go through all of this and when I decide which one I'm going to pick. And then the stickers, aren't they so cute? This is going to make me be really excited for winter, guys. Honestly, because I've already thought, you know, I guess winter's not going to be so bad because look at all these cute, cute, cute stickers I'm going to have, this whole packet. And then the Flurry of Fun, the matte packs. I have not even opened this yet because I was going to save it to sell it to somebody. I've got a retreat this weekend starting in 2 days on Wednesday, and it's a 5-day retreat. I host 4 of them. I just added, this is a new one this year, and they're really fun. You can set your stuff up the whole weekend. We started, been doing this 12, 15 years. We used to go Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then we added Thursday, and now we add Wednesday because there's just never enough time. So we stay as long as we can. These are really cute. I love how, you know, they'll write this one as one way, Flurry of One, like the landscape. And then, oh, this one's different. Let it snow. Okay, so see, you do have it. So you can use it both ways. It's time for some winter fun. This is the one that we'll be using. I'm going to put that on the side. Bucket list. See, so it's really nice that they have them both ways. I'm not exactly sure yet which one I'll use, but I'm going to put those to the side. I'm looking on here. You know, so it's going to be the 4x6, so I'm assuming it's going to be this way. So that's the one I'm going to be using. All right. Let it snow. A winter bucket list. I love this. And then you can just boom, 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 boom. Because journaling, everybody, is so important. If you don't write down what's in the pictures, 50 years from now, even not that long, people are going to go, oh, these are such beautiful albums. And I know they're my family, but I don't know who these people are. What were they doing that day? So make sure that you just write, you know, the majors, who, what, when, where, why. All right, these are playing in the powder. I have never seen snow like this in my life. Now that I should have used last year because we had the snowiest winter on record was last year. No, the year before. And the funny thing is last year there was hardly any snow at all. We got a dusting and that's about it. Oh, the colors, the blues and the reds and the grays are so gorgeous together. Love, love, love them. So in all our matte packs, you get the 4x6 ones, and then you also get a little bit larger, so 4.5 by 5.5, and that works out really great for, like, say if you've got a 4x6 photo. This is my adorable granddaughter, one of my adorable granddaughters. But see, you can use these for mats. They're perfect for that. Or a lot of times they're perfect for journaling boxes. And then you don't have to cut up all your paper. I love Creative Memories so much, guys. I am an advisor because I absolutely love it. I went to, hopefully this isn't too long, but I went to a home show 20 years ago. As a matter of fact, my anniversary of signing up is November 30th. It'll be 20 years for me. I'm so excited. But I went to this home show in my neighborhood where I just moved in, the town I had just moved in to a few years prior. And I saw this album, and it was a Webway album, and it was a scrapbook that I had before that I loved, and I had searched all over the internet to try and find it, and they were not in business. And I was heartbroken. And I went to a Creative Memories booth by Donna Hubbard. She was my upline. I hadn't signed up yet. I saw the album. I went crazy because I've been looking for this album for years and years and years. So I went over to her house, and she showed me for a little home show. It was me and one other girl. She showed me all the products, and I was hooked right then. And I became an advisor. I don't know. I didn't become an advisor at first, but I just got the whole kit. I'm like, you know what? I'm doing this because I love it. I am crazy about pictures. I'm crazy about my family's history. I'm crazy about letting them know how much I love them. I show my love language is photos in my scrapbooks. So I bought the whole kit, and I just sold a big job. I was a landscape designer at the time, and I had just sold my first real big job, and I said, you know what? Here's a treat to me for doing such a great job and hard work. So that's how my story started, and I've loved it ever since. Every delivery I get, I go crazy. It's like Christmas for me. I get so excited. So I don't want to talk too much about that, and you guys will probably want to see how I make this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip through these pages, and I'm going to see what Noreen used. I'm sure that Noreen Smith was the one who probably used this. If not, I am going to put the correction right up there in the corner, okay? So I'm going to look for the paper that this goes. Okay, this is the paper. I think I'm only going to need one sheet, but I'll pull out two just in case. All right, and then I'm going to put those aside. And then this could be the background. I don't think so. Oh, look at that. It's snowflakes. It looks kind of like snowflakes. Oh, gorgeous. That reminds me of the Disney show, Frozen. Oh, and here's some ice. Cool. The back side of that is that beautiful red. I'm going to be needing that. I might need two. We'll see. I won't be needing that. And I do need that. And I think I'm only going to need one piece, but I'll pull both. And just so you know, I have already ordered more of this paper because I'm in love with it. All right, and then this backside must be, you know what I think what it is? I think that it is a cardstock. And because this paper is so lovely, I really want to save it. So I am going to find the color cardstock that goes with, and that's what I'm going to use. So let me go find that, and I'll be right back. Okay. Hello, I totally forgot. With all of our collections, if you look up in the upper right corner, it's always going to show you the coordinating cardstock. So here's baby blue, blue, navy, cool gray, and cranberry. The other thing I realize is that never buy the cheap ink for your printer, because I did that and the colors are not true. It drives me kind of crazy. If you look on here, you can really see the difference. It's kind of the same, but not quite. So anyways, I went and I got my baby blue, like it's suggesting, and it kind of, it kind of works. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of mock lay this out. Like if I lay out this paper, let me get these out of the way because it's getting us kind of mixed up, right? Yeah, I'll get those out of the way for now. And then on this side, I will do the same thing. I think a lot about when I'm working on my layouts, even if I'm going by a sketch. Sketches make it so quick and easy. Whoops, I got two here, so But I still think, oh, do I want to change them? I really like the colors and look of this, so I probably am not going to change it. But anyways, I'm going to kind of lay this out just so I will see how that'll work. Okay, so if you look at it like that, I really like that. I did find another color that was very close to this. It's called the Blue Orchid. So I'm going to just see what that looks like as well before I get this laid out. And I already, just by looking at it, I think it's just going to be too dark. I don't like it. It's going to really make this paper kind of just get lost in this one. But you know what? It'll take me just a second to look, and then I can decide. Because, you know, scrapbooking is definitely about getting some things done. But to me, it's just such a creative outlet, and I have so much fun doing it that I'm not in a hurry. My granddaughter, she's 7, and she's always, come on, Grandma, let's scrapbook, let's scrapbook. So I give her a scrapbook, and then she'll finish it in a day, in like a couple hours. It's like a race for her. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to keep giving you these albums if you're just going to do them. It's not trying to see how fast you can do them. It's just, you enjoy it and have some fun. Okay, see, I look at that, and I don't have to do exactly like this, because this is just a suggestion, but I don't like that at all. I think that it's just going to get lost. And then once I put these on the top, it's not really going to help. So I am going to stick with the baby blue. So I will get this out, and I'm going to get my baby blue. So it looks like I'm going to have these as base sheets. Now, a lot of times what I will do is I hate to waste a whole backside for a base. And so a lot of times I'll use a white base, and then I'll cut the pieces and put them on top of that. I'm sure I've shown you that in other videos. If you want to know how to do that, just ask me. But for this one, I think that I probably am going to just go ahead and use the blue for the bases. It'll make it a little bit easier. So what is great about our virtual crops is what they'll show you is the sketch layout, and then they'll also show an example, and then you get to go on and see everybody else's how they do it. But this is really great because it's going to have all of the measurements on here, so I can make this just like that. All right, so let's get started. All right, so I got my 2 mats. They're cutting mats, but I love them because it's really easy to set up the 2-page layout and follow along and make sure that everything is lined up. I have my 2 pieces of, it's baby blue cardstock. The other tools that you're going to need, as always, you're going to need your tape runner. I use my repositionable all the time. I also use my regular one because that one, I love how it holds. And when I'm really sure of what I'm laying down, I know that's exactly where I'm going to put it, then I use this. It's a little more permanent. They're all permanent, but the repositionable you can lift if you make a mistake, and you can even do that a few days later, but it still is going to hold up over time. And then you will also need, of course, the star of the show always, our awesome 12-inch trimmer. And photo trimmer, I do not have the photos yet because it hasn't snowed. And it didn't snow last year hardly at all, like I said. So I really don't have any photos yet, but I am anticipating snow this year. So, all right, so I always just tack this down lightly so it doesn't move. This is all, this just rubs off later. I love this repositionable tape. It's so great. But I like to lay this out and center it so everything can be match up on both sides. And like I said, it just rubs right off. So it's no issue at all. All right. So we're going to put that right there. All right. So I'm going to go to my sketch. And the first thing is going to be this beautiful paper here. And right here it says it's a 9 by 9. And then if you look underneath here, you'll see it's a 3 by 9. So it's going to be a 12-inch piece altogether, right? 9 inches by 9 inches. And then, 9 inches going across. And then this one is only 3 inches wide. I hate that a lot's getting covered up, but oh well, sometimes that's happens, and it's really the only way you can do it. It's the only way you can do it, because you can't cut a piece that is like this, you know what I mean? It would just be, you could, if you want, you could cut these little pieces out underneath and save them, but it depends on how much paper you want to save, right? So I'm going to go 9 inches. I'm going to pull out my arm here, and then I'm going to make sure the little foot's down to make it nice. And I sometimes do this right over my things. I always check my paper to make sure that it's directional. And ooh, okay, so it is. Oh, this is always the dilemma. I hate to cut this, but it's okay because I can always buy more. So when I do this, I want to make sure that maybe I'm going to save this part, right? If it works. There's only going to be 3 inches. So if I look at it here, so it's going to cut like that, the white. I think I'd rather save and have this. So I'm going to, because I can always find white paper. Like if that's only going to be 3 inches long, the leftover piece. Here, I'll kind of, it'll be about kind of like that. That's okay. I could tear the edge later and make a, like a snow on the bottom of another page. Or I could have a 3-inch piece of this, which I think I'd much rather prefer, right? Because there's snow, and then there's little snowflakes if you look close. Completely up to all of you. So you make the choice, but I'm going to do it this way. So I'm going to go to my 9-inch here. Don't move it until I know that, we'll say that it's cut all the way through. And then, so now we have the 9 inches, so we're going to go 9, and then that'll leave us with a 3 for the other side. Does that make sense? All right, so those are the pieces that will go right here and here. And then with the striped piece, this striped right here, that piece is, over here it's 3 by 6, and this is 9 by 6. So now it's going to be just like this, except it's only going to be 6 inches wide, right? So 6 inches this way, and then 9 this way, and then 6 inches this way, and 3 this way, correct? 9 and 3 equals 12. So basically we're just going to be cutting this one in half. And it's important that in this layout that you're cutting so the paper is going up like this. You don't really want it like this. It'll kind of lose the effect, right? And then this is just a blue on the background. So I'm going to cut it like this. Always think about it before you do it, because you can't take back a cut. What do they say? Measure twice, cut once. So here's my 6. 6 is always a great cut because then you can always use it for the next piece. 6 is a real common size. Okay, and so then again we'll look in here, and then we're going to need a 9-inch by the 6-inch, and then the 3-inch. So we'll go 9. All right, and there. So I just want to show you this real quick. I'm going to still cut some more red. It's such a great way to save paper. See this? Because we're going to go, if this is 9 inches, they're going to come down 1.5 inches. So I can easily get this correct because I've got this nice mat underneath. There's 1.5 inches here. There is 1.5 inches there. So it's going to go like that. And then this one will line up like that. And then this one's going to go right here. What I love about this is it looks like this one is just going all the way through the paper, doesn't it? All right. And so now I'm going to cut the red mats, and then this is going to be with this paper. This is beautiful. Oh, whoever thought red and blue would go together so well. Blue and orange go together wonderfully because they're opposites on the color wheel. That's the design in me that I know that and know that it works out well. All right, so we're going to look at this. This is a 4x6. These are 4x4s, and these are 4x4s. When I look in here, this is going to be a 3.5 by 3.5 photo. So these mats are 4x4, right? And then these are 4x4, and this is a 4x6. These are great because these are super easy cuts, and it's a great way to save your paper. Okay, so we know that we've got two 4x6s here, and this is 12 inches, so we're going to go 4 inches, and then cut two 12s. Okay, and this is non-directional, so I can go anyway. So we got this, and then we cut this in half to make two 4x6s, right? The ones that are going to go here and here. And then we're going to do our 4x4s. We're going to need, got it up here? We're going to need for 4x4s 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we cut this at 4 inches, and that'll leave us with 4, right? These are both 4 inches. And then we just cut some 4x4s. There's 1. Oh, if I can get over the camera. 2, 3. We needed 5. 4. And there is number 5. So awesome. And we have this piece left over for another project. We are done with our trimmer for now. How fast was that? So let me just quick lay this out just to show you what it's going to look like. Just follow this. We're going to put 4 here and 1 there. So easy. I love easy. Okay. This is going to be up there. This is going to be up there. This is so cute. I cannot tell you how pretty this is in person. Okay. Got it? Okay, so the only other thing is that we're going to have these, let me grab them. Why can't I? There we go. We're going to use these. I'm going to follow exactly because I really love it. Really, really love it. Okay, so these are going to be about 6 inches long. I'm going to end up using both of them, and that's totally fine. I'll probably just end up cutting them in the half. Put that piece there, right? And then this one, oh, we'll have plenty of room. Okay, so let's get started taping everything down. Okay, so this is, like I said, what is so great about these mats is we can just totally get everything centered very easily, right? So this is 9 inches tall. The paper's 12, so that leaves 3 inches. So I will come down 1.5 inches here, and I'll come down 1.5 inches here. And I know that that is perfectly centered, right? Love it. Okay, so I'm going to tape this down. I'm going to make sure that I leave a little spot here because I'm going to try and shove that little border sticker under there, right? I don't like to just go straight up to it. I like to tuck it under the paper a little bit. So let's get this one down here. So I'll do the corners first, and then I'll just, this corner I want to leave for a minute. You don't need nearly as much tape as you think. Sometimes people just use so much, and you don't really need to because that's just wasteful. Get that a nice straight edge. All right, and then we'll put this one down on the same side, or the other side. And even if I have tape along that edge, I can get that up with my multi-purpose tool, which is fabulous. If you don't have one, you really should. Whoops, you really should have one because it comes in so handy. Okay, And then this one is going to go in the middle. Now these are 6 inches, right, wide. So we've got 6 inches all together left. So that means 3 inches here and 3 inches here. So if I come down to my 3-inch mark there, then it should be in my 9-inch there, right? Did I do that? Oh gosh, I thought I had the pattern wrong, but I didn't. Okay. This one I can put right down. I could have used the regular tape. So sometimes it's a little off here, so we got this a little off. There's a little space, and actually I think that I'm going to leave this little blue there because it kind of goes with there. I would rather have it show there than here. It's more noticeable on the edge. It isn't on the other side. Whoops. Okay, and then on this side, is this one turning out like that too? It's a little bit noticeable, but not really. I think that once I get the sticker in, it's not going to be noticeable at all. Oh, whoops. This is so awesome. Guess what? I got over the edge, and voila. I'll just wipe it off. Okay. Is that the side I want to? No, I think it worked better here. Yeah. Okay, so go 9 and 3. Now, if I didn't have these mats, I would be just totally guessing. Get yourself some mats if you don't have them, because it makes everything so much easier. And if you're kind of a perfectionist like I am, then it's very helpful. Okay, so before I even put these down, I want to put these on. And we are going to use both of them. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out how long. I think if I cut right here, that'll have enough room to tuck in. And then if I look over here, will it tuck in? It'll be really close. No, let's see. So I would have to cut just on the edge. Let's see. It really just should be 9 and 3. Okay, so I'm safe to cut right here. So this, I'm just going to use my little scissors. Love a little micro tip scissors. Cut just a little bit in. I'm always scared of cutting like this because I want to make sure that it's just right. Oh, I still... Alright, so this is another trick I use. Here's the multi-purpose tool I'm always talking about. That's a special one. Now I can just do this to line it up. This is really easy. Yeah, I cut it just a tiny bit short. It's okay. It won't really be tucking in, and that is okay. Whoopsie. Maybe. It's there. See how I can get under there with this tool? It's so great. There. That feels like it's a little crooked. It is. Oh, that's going to drive me crazy. So, I'm going to lift this up a little bit and straighten it out just a tad, because that will drive me nuts, because I can see it. If it's enough that it's visually... There. Way better. Okay, and so now I can take the other one. Oh, my stomach. I gotta eat. Okay, so how far? Yeah, this is going to be pretty close. Alright, so I'm going to go in here. Right around there. I'm going to do this very lightly at first until I make sure that I've got it that it's straight. Oh, and it's just barely going to go. Okay, see? So that's why it's good. So, I don't know why I was thinking that these were going to be long enough to tuck under there. If they're not exactly to the end there, that's okay. So, I'm going to start on this end. I'm going to lift this baby just a little bit. Tiny, tiny bit. Okay, hold it. Oh yeah, so it doesn't go all the way to the end, but that's okay. All right, and we're going to do the same with the other one. I should have paid attention to where I was cutting that. Cutting it right in on this one just a tad bit. Just a tad bit. There we go. Yep. Okay, so we'll do the same to this one. So can you believe it? It's already November. Well, I shouldn't say the date because I can't always get these loaded up right away with my internet. It's terrible where I live. They're coming in with fiber optics this coming year, hopefully, and I cannot wait. So it's actually November 18th, I believe, today. And I can't always get these loaded up right away because I have to. One video took 18 hours to upload. Isn't that insane? That's just so wrong. I don't know how our phone company can justify and not feel horrible about that's all the better they can do. It's terrible. But they're coming in with fiber optic this year. And we're one of the first ones. They're just actually at our neighbors. They finished last year. And then we're in the next phase. So I cannot tell you how excited I am about that. I would do so many more videos if it wasn't so difficult to get them uploaded. I mean, so I film them and then I edit them. Is that good? Yeah, I film them and then I edit them. And then I upload them. Gosh darn it. Oh, I shouldn't have done that so tight. There we go. So it takes a couple days, unfortunately, and so it's really frustrating. Otherwise, I honestly would do one of these every day, because you know what? Then it gives me an extra excuse to scrapbook too. Which I wish I could scrapbook every single day. That'd be nice. One day when I retire. Okay, so I want that up a little bit higher. I'm sorry. I'm kind of sometimes a little over the top perfectionist. I need to stop. Done is better than perfect, right? There we go. I think it's just the way I'm looking at it. Okay, perfect. All right. So then let's go ahead and put these all back down where they're supposed to be. What an easy layout this one is. It really, really is. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to do one here. Oh, my stomach is growling. And then one here and one here. Okay. So these ones are going to be real easy. I will start with this one. And since I don't have the photos yet, I love using repositionable because once I get the photos and I go, oh, you know what? It really doesn't go with any of my photos. What am I going to do? Well, I can lift them up and move them around, right? So if I want to change it up and, you know, I can put these down here, one here, one here. You know what I mean? Put that here or 2 over here, you know, and then 1 here. So that's what's so great about these, because if you just look at them like this, you could just leave it like this and then wait for your photos and then start making mats for everything, right? But I sometimes, once I look at a layout, I go, oh, okay, now I'm going to take the pictures for that, you know, because I've done that too. And then I can kind of know ahead of time to not maybe crop in too much or too little, or, you know. All right, so I'm going to pay attention to that everything is even everywhere. It's like this, here, here, and here are all even. I think they're pretty close. And then this one here. How is that over here? Whoopsie. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I think they're all pretty even all around, and a little narrow here, but I don't think that's too bad. It does, oh, you know what I did notice? That these are going different directions. So I'm going to do, these two are similar. See the stripes? So I'm going to make sure that they're all the same. Those are just little details. I think about them all the time. Some people don't, and that's certainly okay. What was I thinking that? Okay, that's why, okay. Sorry, I'm just in my head thinking. Okay, and then this one here I'm going to move so that all the stripes go the same way. Love the repositionable. Do you see it? Why I'm talking about it all the time, everybody? You know, now that I look at this, this one seems like it's a little bit bigger. When I'm trying to line it up. Yeah, it is slightly. No, not too bad. I'm just going to take off a little sliver. Just a little bit. Somebody might be out there saying, oh my goodness, are you really that, you know? Yeah, I am. Sorry. Oh, I like it better. It'll be something that I would see. And you know what, people, you don't have to be this way. It's just the way I am. All right, so if this one goes here, and then this one goes here, I want them to be equal here, and I want the spacing in here to be the same as these, right? Because it just makes it all make sense. It's good design, and it makes it, like I said, makes sense, and that you're not just slapping things down. And you know what? If you do, that's okay. They're your albums. You do them the way that you want. I'm just trying to kind of give you some tips on, just some design tips to make it a little bit more cohesive. Another thing that I'm thinking about is I might want to go a little bit closer so this is the same as this. I don't know though, because then I've got to move this over, and then I've got a lot of space there. Yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense to me. But I really want this blue to show because it's so pretty. I want this one there. So maybe, I think it's okay to have it over a little bit. And here I can kind of go, this is an inch, almost an inch off here. So this shows that I'm off. Come on. Alright, so I'm going to, that's 3/4. I'm going to move this down just a smidget. Yep, that's about right. And then if I look here, it's a 1/2 inch in. So that's what's nice again about these mats. Alright, so let's do this one. And I'm just going to pay attention here. Okay, and then the other cool thing is what I know is I want this for the title. So I'm going to take that piece that I put aside, and now I've moved it. Where did I put it? Alright, let me find it real quick so you don't have to watch me look for it. It fell on the floor. You know what I should have done? This is what I do. These are some great trays that I got on Amazon. Typically what I do is I put all my, when I take my embellishments in, I put them in here when they're, you know, opened up, or not. And my matte packs and my stickers, I put in another one. And then I set them on the side of my table so they're always, I know where they are. And I didn't do that. And so that's why this one fell on the floor and I wasn't paying attention. All right, so I know that this is 4 inches. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out my little cutter. I think I'm going to want, you know, it all just depends. It's going to be difficult because I don't know what size my photos are going to be. You know, so I don't know if I'm going to have a full 1/2 inch around, 1/4 inch, or if I'm going to go really skinny. So for now, since I don't know, I'm going to make it the skinny, because then I can always cut it down smaller later. Does that make sense? So if I do that, then it's going to be, first let's cut it down to 4 by 4. I'm going to guess that that's right there. So then this will go. Okay, so cut it down to 4 by 4. Right, and so then that's the same exact size. So I believe it is just 1/8 of an inch. So I'm just going to cut off 1/8 of an inch because I know that this is all centered. So if I go to 4, I just go to 1/8. That's a lot. No, I don't want to do it on every, because then it's going to be doubled. So I'm going to do a 1/16 on every edge. 1/16. 1/16. I hope that made sense. So 1/16. So now that'll be 1/8. And now that'll be at 1/8. Okay. So see? That was really close. That's not as much as I want. Okay, so let me just cut off a little bit more. I guess my idea didn't work. So this will be an eyeball kind of thing. A little tiny bit more on the bottom. Okay, that looks good. I probably will make it smaller in the end once I get photos on. But like I said, I don't want to do it yet because I don't want to make a cut and then not be able to take it back, right? And I save these because you never know. You could use them for, you could put a little notch in it, like a ribbon, and use it for a little title later on another page, right? So save all your scraps. I'm kind of a scrap hoarder. This is the kind of cut I'm talking about, right? Okay, now the fun part, we get to get the stickers out. And like I said before, because of I've got them in my tray, I know exactly where they are. I am going to just do this temporary in case, or use my repositionable just in case I decide to cut that down smaller, right? And the problem is then I'm going to stick these down. All right, I'm just going to make a decision. I'm going to cut this down a little bit thinner. A little bit thinner. And then I make a decision for my future photos. Because that sticker is going to overlap it. And so then I do kind of have to make a decision. All right, that's good there. And a little bit off the top. And the bottom, I'm taking them off both the top and bottom because I want it to be evenly centered. Whoops, the words. Okay, let's see how that looks. Oh yeah, I like it. Yeah, I'm glad. Boy, this is nice that there's lines already in the paper because it's pretty simple to get that nice and lined up. All right, so we're looking for that sled, and actually I believe that was on snow days. Sledding. Let me see if it is. These embellishments are so cute. I love them. There's the sled right there. That's the one I want. I already see that my hat and mittens are there. And then this here. Oh, and this is a cloud. Okay, that's this one right here. And then I've got some snowflakes there. Love snow days. That one is a sticker. Little heart there. And then a little snowflake. And then over here, never too old for snow. I believe that's in here. Yep, never too old for snow. Grab that now. The tree is here. The boots are here. And I'm going to show you how to make those. Oh, shoot. Oh, do you see what I did, guys? Now I've cut this. I'm going to have a snowman there. Okay, good thing that I didn't stick them down too bad. I can reuse this, but now it's cut for later. Oh well. All right, so let me remove this and get all these on the side of what I'm going to do. And then we're going to come back and punch that out. Whoops. I make mistakes just like everybody else. I'll just show you that this is going to come up. It just might take me a little bit longer. That's what this tool is so great for. So it's coming up. It's just going to take me a little bit just to, get under there so it doesn't rip. And then I will be right back. Well, I'm so glad that I caught that. You know, if I would have been doing that Facebook Live, you guys could have probably told me. But like I said, because of my internet, I can't do Facebook Live. So this bottom is actually the new Snow Pals punch. Oh, I'm so excited to get to be able to use this. This went fast. It's so hard to forecast what's going to sell and what isn't. I ended up buying the whole bundle when it came out, and then I also bought an extra one because I knew it was going to be popular. I should have got more because I've had a couple people ask about it, but Pam Oliver, my friend and customer, got it, mentioned it, and I said, you know what? She said, I really wish I wouldn't have missed out on that. And I go, well, guess what? You didn't, because I got an extra, so I sent that out to her today. Okay, so it's going to be all along the bottom. I might be able to get away with just making one. When you're doing the borders, you just start right here on the little black tick mark there. And, ooh, it just punches so well. And then you just, you over here, you just make sure that you cover up the blue. Make sure you butt it up next to the rail there. And then you just move along. Oh, I love this punch so much. I just might like winter this year. And we'll just go along. This was the back side of this paper, I believe. We'll look here in a second. Yep, it was the back side of that. All right, so I'm going to get this out of the way. All right, so if I put this one here, they did it right on the line. Okay, so I'm going to probably have to cut right there. And which should be plenty of room because, yes, because I've got this. Okay, so I'm just going to cut in the middle. I don't have to worry about it because he is going to be stuck underneath there. And then this one will work right here. Right, and then there's just a tiny bit of paper left, so you just kind of snip that off. Okay, so I'm gonna get this out of the way. Whoops, and then I'm gonna get my silicone mat. Love these. I think you can still only get these from me, but it's really great to use. I'm done with this guy. Put that away. You can use your repositionable tape right on it. And it doesn't stick, so that's really cool. Okay, and if you see on the example right here, you see the blue under here, so we're lining it right on their hands is going to be on the edge of the paper. So just a little bit. And I'm going to pay attention mostly to maybe a little higher. Oh yeah. How did they do it? Let's see. Just like that. I don't think I like that down, but I think that that's the only way. Just figure it out how you think it'll look the best. I'm going to use big hearts to cover the rest of the, cover the hearts, and I'll show you in a second. Darn it. Sorry, you don't have to be this crazy. Alright, I'm going to lift this up. And then I can just scoot that under there. I probably could have cut it down a little, but that's alright. Alright, and then I'm going to do this side. Don't you love these sketches? I didn't have to think about this at all. I just looked it up. You can find them by, you know, doing the virtual crops every month. We do them every month. And not only does Creative Memories provide the sketches to go along, but the really cool thing is you get to see everybody else's takes on them. So how they work is Creative Memories puts out 4 different sketches at the beginning of the crop. You have all weekend and then until the Tuesday to do them, and you get to see everybody else's take on them because everybody does them, and then they do their adaptation of it, adaptation, whatever. There's 40,000 people in that virtual crop group. Obviously, not everybody does them every month, but you can get a lot of really, really great ideas. I love it. You can get so many great ideas. Okay, and so then with these little hearts, they put hearts there too. I really like that. What you could do is you could cut out another one here in red, and then you would just go ahead and cut out the hearts. Now, I did that here. I just took a scratch piece of paper. Let me just cut this out. And just so you have an example. So what you could do, which I'm not going to do because I think it's wasting paper, but it's up to you. So then you have this here, right? And then you would just cut out all these little white ones. All the little hearts this way. I'm just going to cut his arm off. Oh! And then cut this heart out. It's a little fussy. If you don't have another, your own heart punch, and then you would just put that over there, and I would do it in red, right? And then you would do 1, 2, 3, 4. So you would take a whole snowman and you would cut it out in red, and then you would waste all those other ones, right? So that's what I don't like about that. But that's an option because these are kind of small hearts. But luckily, I have this punch that has a heart on it. Now these are a little bit bigger because if you look at the difference, there's the size on here, and then this one's quite a bit bigger. Right? But I don't mind because I think they look good like that, right? So one would go there. I've already cut a couple. One there, so I just need one more, right? And then this is cranberry. Cranberry goes with this, and I knew that because I looked on the first page of the collection, right here again, and it told me what color cardstocks are going to work, right? What are going to match. So I go to my scrap paper, and I like to save whenever I can. So let's see if I can get a... No, I probably can't, so I'm going to have to go over here. Get another heart. Put that over there, get the garbage, put this out of my way. Kind of clean up as you go so you don't have a huge mess, which it's a good idea, but that doesn't mean I always do it. My late husband used to always tell me, Nikki, when you're cooking, clean up as you go, and then you won't have a mess to clean up later. And he was so right. I miss him so much. Okay, I'm going to use my lifter stick. This will make it really easy to place. Oh, love it. Okay, we'll get the other ones. Just get a little bit of my precision point adhesive. Works really well. I could also, a little white on it. I could also use my repositionable tape I wonder if I wanted to. But I like this too. Get that out of the way. One more. Oh, I love that. So cute. Hearts are good on any page, aren't they? Well, most pages. And so I'm getting a little bit out of the edge. And I'll just clean that up later. This goes on here. I'll clean that up with my little pickup square. These are great. You can get them. We used to sell them. We don't anymore. I'm sure you can just find them online. But it's just like an eraser. You use that to pick up any glue that you might have made a little bit of a mess on. Okay, so this is going to go here. And let me go this one. And then I think it's this big cloud here. Yeah, so that's going to go under here. Right about there. Cute. And then this one is going to go here. Whoops. Oh, this is so cute. I could have went a little. I worry that it's got to be exactly like that. And it doesn't have to. It really doesn't. I'm just going to do this on here because I'm going to cover it up. And then I will just wipe off whatever mess I make. So cute, so cute, so cute, so cute. Okay, the hat and the mittens. Who's ready to go sledding? I bought, you know what's so funny is, I think it was last year, I bought all my grandkids new sleds because they, like I said before, the year before it was the snowiest winter on record. And then it didn't snow last year. So I bought them all these, well, Santa bought them all these really cute, cool sleds, and there was no snow. All right. So this is a smaller snowflake right here in the corner. And then we got a bigger one over here. Oh, I'm so in love with this page. Okay, and then this one down here is going to say, I love snow days. I can probably, you know what I do in this instance, since I don't have the photos yet, I will put a backing on this. Where was that one? I love, oh, that one, right, was on the, that one was one of the, whatchamacallit, the, oh, Nikki, embellishments, correct? No, it wasn't. It was right here. So what I would do is I'm going to hold off on that one. Or maybe I'll just, keep the backing on it so that it doesn't stick. And then maybe just stick down the heart part, right? So I will go like this. And then how I can do that is I can come in here with my little scissors. Get rid of this that I don't need, right? Get rid of that. Oh, it's stuck. And then cut out here. Okay. And then I will put this all on the back of here, right? I could have made it a little bigger. That's okay. All right, and so then when I put it on here, I can pull that off afterwards, right? So once I get the photo on there, I can kind of stick it part on the photo. I'm going to put it right there. And then we're going to put another snowflake. That's on this page. That was kind of a smaller one, I think. Whoops. Not quite straight up and down, offset a little bit. All right, and then over here, I forgot that we've got a little bit of a journaling box. Important. We don't forget your journaling boxes. Super, super important. So let's see if we can find that one. Because like I said, I'm gonna do this exactly the same. Because I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, it's not on the larger ones. The smaller ones are. Where are they? Oh, I know. They're over here. Right where I put them. Right? It's going to be on one of these smaller ones, I believe. Oh, okay, so maybe it's not. I think I know what they did. What they did is they took one of the larger ones and then they just cut it in half. That makes sense. Yep. Alright, so took this. It's going to go right here. That doesn't mean I'll leave a whole heck of a lot, does it? Oh, I see what they did. Okay, nice. Alright, so since I'm making it smaller, I'm going to cut off an edge. Right, and I'll do the same on the other part, but I will wait until I cut it, and so that I don't ruin the whole thing, right? If I pay attention to the back, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this even. So this is still usable on the other side. Is that making sense, right? Because I know this is going to be big enough for there. Right. So now I still have this one that I can use, correct? I could use the other side, but this is still usable. And I have enough here that I can slide in, correct? So now I can recut this. See how this is narrow? I'm going to make these other narrow them up a little bit so that they match. And I'm just going to eyeball this. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Maybe tad bit. There we go. Okay. That's good. Okay, put this away. I just like to watch how long this video gets. I don't want it to be too long. I mean, I don't mind watching the longer ones, but I don't want everybody who doesn't to go, oh, hurry up, Nikki. It doesn't take this long. But that's what's great about fast forward, right? We all have choices. Okay. So I'm going to put this like that. Make sure that there's a bigger gap here. That's the top and then the bottom. You see the line goes here. So this would be the bottom line. That would be the top because you couldn't write. So good. I cut that right. I didn't pay attention to that before, but I'm glad it worked out. I'm going to pull this over a little bit because there's white showing and I don't like it. It looks like it's placed funny. Okay. And then we're going to have this nice tree. Looks like the one with more snow. And this will be You're Never Too Old for Snow. Oh, it looks like what they did is they, yeah, that's kind of a cute idea. They fussy cut. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. That's kind of fun, huh? Because it's so easy with our scissors. And the trick is to move the paper, not the scissors. I've heard that. I think that's correct. Oops. Seems to be working pretty good. Good idea. Alright, almost done. I'm not huge into fussy cutting, but sometimes it's kind of fun. And, you know, just adds a little. I think that this one's definitely, whoops, more interesting. Fussy cut. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. I think I'm going to bump out the boots. We don't want to cover up the guy's hat. A little snowman. Okay, and what I mean by bumping them out, I am going to add some foam squares. I love foam squares because they really add dimension to the... I don't know this, so you can see what I'm doing. I think they really add dimension. Oh, and look at this. Before I do this, no, I won't do it because these are bigger. Theirs are huge. Good thing I noticed that. It's a sticker, so I won't be doing bumping out. I can bump out stickers. Yeah, maybe I will. I think I will. Sometimes what people do to make them not sticky is to, like, you know, put them on their clothes to get them not quite so sticky so that they won't stick down in a corner. But what I do is I just make sure that I just use a lot of little foam squares. Oh, and there's like a... I don't like this either, doing it the way I just did, because then it's fuzz, and then you get fuzz on the backside, and I don't really like that. Not that anybody's going to see it, but sometimes you get, especially if you have animals, like I do, you get a dog hair or cat hair. So I like to use a lot so then that they don't bend and get stuck to the paper. All right, so then with that, then we just take off all of the backings. So the foam squares are just two-sided foam. So they'll stick to your sticker, your embellishment, and also to the paper. All right, and then I'm going to put this right here. Cute, cute, cute. I don't want to cover up snow. If I can. No. There. Love it. All right, I think I got it all. Oh, and one more little snowflake. I'm sure we have some of those. Yep, and I think I'm going to use a smaller one on that one. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it on. Oh, yeah, you can see it. Cute. And then I will write who was in the picture here, and then maybe I'll put the date down here. I mean, this would be a good spot for the date. So let me put my stuff away, and then I can take this off of here and off of the mat, and you can see what it's going to look like. Oh, it's so cute. I love it, love it, love it. Whoop. Straggler. Okay, I'll wipe off the repositionable tape on that later. Get rid of that. Oh my goodness. I am in love. Let me get all this out of the way for now. Whoop. Here we go. Give it a little twist and it'll come right off. What do you think? Isn't that just adorable? I love it. All right. Thanks, everybody, for following along. I will have the sketch in the comments below, the directions, and also a shopping link where you can get this. It's called the Flurry of Fun on my Creative Memories website. The Black Friday promo is still going on until the 22nd. There are only 2 bundles left now. 2 have already sold out, but they're very cute. It's the Luminous Shimmer bundle and also the Cookie Exchange, which is adorable. I will be doing a video of that as soon as I get it. I'm hoping it's shipping today. So, all right, thanks again, everybody. Have a great day.